All right, go. I got a video lined up to upload, so that's going to be good. You guys can look for that in a little while. It is about the skirmish war game, Baron's War. And, I show off what comes in the box and everything. Right now, I'm just doing a little painting and patiently waiting for my wife to make cookies. She said she's going to make cookies. So, cookies. I'm tired, man. Got up. Yeah, didn't want to get out of bed. Ugh. Then I did my chores, and now here I am. Let me see. Wonder if I should get talk to my brother. That's assuming it's going to let me, because this thing has been being a douchebag. I tried to actually record a video and earlier, like not even a live stream, just record a video and Restream just freaked out, So I don't have a lot of faith in it. I've moved my computer so that it has direct and open line of sight to the router. Because before, I have to admit, it was kind of like around the corner and everything. So now it is like, boom, directly, it's closer and there's nothing between it and the router. But we'll see. I mean, uh, it probably won't matter. All right. So let's drop him an invite. See if you know he's a dork fish. So if I really wanted to catch him, I need to like throw out a corn dog. But because everybody in Kentucky knows if you want to catch a dork fish, you gotta use a corn dog as bait. Yeah, it is. Um, Sorry about that, PB, but freaking it trolled me too. You know, but I did finally, like I said, move some stuff around, and hopefully it's not going to be a total douche canoe. It does say that I can't post messages, but I can post on YouTube, so that's good. Yeah, I got a video lined up. I just need to finish doing a little work on, and it's all about the Barons War skirmish game, which of course is the series of wars against King John by rebel barons that ended up forcing King John to sign the Magna Carta. But it's a relatively inexpensive way to jump into wargaming if that's what somebody wanted to do. Otherwise, uh, Hyperborea for the win. You know, like everybody's making these top 10 favorite games. I'm just going to make a top 10 list. It's just Hyperborea all the way down. And then maybe, no, I'll make it Hyperborea, but then five will be Adventure Conqueror King, and six will be Baptism of Fire, but then seven, eight, and nine will be Hyperborea again. And if anybody's like, but why? I'll be like, because, because that's how I roll. Jose, what up, homie? I was when I was talking to you the other day, then you vanished because I'm sure you had stuff to do, and I was I believe this is a hammer hand. I was doing some painting on, and I'm thinking I might do this the old U.S. temperate camo, the old standard black, brown, green. Uh, sometimes it's cool to keep shit classic. And I know every now and then I'll paint up a camouflage mech, and there's always that somebody that's like, why would you camouflage a mech? They're so big, blah, 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 right? And it's like, but they're not. People have a really jacked up view of how big a mech actually is. Like a whammer or a marauder is like maybe 4 stories tall. What's up, Big James? No, I don't game on Sundays anymore. Now, am I going to game? Yes. But the game I'm going to be playing is the week-long battle royale my wife and I have been having at Splendor, which has so far been, she has won one time definitively. She won really hard. And then we've tied like 4 times in a row. And which is weird because it's not easy to tie in that game. So either I'm getting much better at the game, or me and my beautiful wife are just so equally matched that it's like, wow. You know. Personally, I think I'm just getting a little better at the game because honestly, I'm pretty sure my wife's way smarter than I am. What is up, OJ O'Flynn? Not OJ O'Flynn, just Flynn. Sorry. Yeah, she's much smarter than I am, I think. So I don't think but Splinter's one of those games we really like because it's a relatively easy game. You sit down for about an hour and you play, and then when you're done, it's easy to pack up and then you move on with your life. So I walk this world all by myself. Uh, that's a meme song. I probably heard it listening to a meme and now got in my head. But anyway, yeah, Jose, it's so weird because even Battletech was stupid about it. In the original like Battletech box set, not Battle Droids, the one that actually came out after that, they had a picture of like a locust running through a city, and the locust was towering over skyscrapers. You know what I mean? And it's like, I guess Weiss didn't like go to that artist and say, "What the are you doing?" You know, the locust is 20 feet tall, maybe. That thing can hide behind a residential house. And then if you look at something like the Atlas, which is definitely 4 or 5 stories tall, I mean, it's like 50 feet tall at least. But then look at like old growth forests. The trees are bigger than that. Oh, I didn't. Okay, that was a very polite way for Bear to let me know that I'm not paying attention. Anyone else waiting?
Funny guy. I sent Doc the link because he wanted to come join because his game got canceled today.
Well, I wasn't even going to live stream. I did all my chores today, and then I was sitting
Well,
here.
your
And
other live stream was up, but now it's just a spinning vortex of loading.
Yeah, because something bad happened.
What happened?
YouTube, I guess, decided that I could go F my own face.
Okay.
No, that's it. YouTube basically said, "Hey, you, I want you to take a step back and fuck your own face." So basically, YouTube was treating me like it was Les Grossman,
Mm-hmm.
and I was just some poor Southeast Asian communist gorilla.
Mm-hmm.
And you will notice by the spinning circle, it definitely fucked me up.
Mm-hmm.
Just like Les Grossman said, I will definitely fuck you up. Well, it wasn't lying.
No.
And I tried to end that thing, and it was just like. And then I tried to record a video, just record a video to put on my channel, and freaking got kicked. Like halfway through recording a video, it was like, you've lost connection. I'm like, what?
Your internet can't handle the cold.
Yeah, the wheel in the sky kept on turning. Man, I love that song though by Journey. That's a good song. There's Mr. Pilkington. I mentioned him in the video I'm going to be putting up later.
That's a flaming dragon.
Shut up.
What the fuck?
Sometimes you just got to tell him shut up. I saw a pretty good anime like what if thing though, and it was what if the gate idiots had opened their gate in the middle of the United States.
The gate idiots.
It was that.
It's an anime where like a fantasy world opens up a gate in the middle of Tokyo and starts a war.
Oh, that sounds interesting, actually.
It actually was.
It is.
But somebody did a redo of them opening the gate like in the United States.
Yeah.
And like the very next thing you know, there's like Apache helicopters shooting the dragons down, and like everything's just going sideways.
I always like that idea. I've always sort of liked that idea, but I've always wanted it to play out realistically as opposed to America fuck yeah jingoistic way, wherein you killed 10% of them with your guns, and then the magic started happening, and surprisingly, your Kevlar and a blade of armor did fuck all against lightning bolts from the sky and, arcane eldritch horrors coming through shadow portals. And you found out real fucking quick, we may not have an arms gap. We have a magic gap. Fuck.
Well, the problem with all of that is, one, I don't think that there is magic.
In that scenario.
Right.
In the
and
if
gate, there is in the show,
there's no magic?
Is not quite powerful enough to stop an M1 Abrams.
That's fucking lame.
It's like you lightning bolt a tank. What do you think it's going to do? Nothing.
It's a little bit of low magic fantasy.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure a lightning bolt would fuck up a tank pretty hard.
Not at all.
No.
They get hit.
No. Actually, all that metal and shit wouldn't have any reaction at all to the very power of nature.
Yeah.
Hitting it. No, obviously, because tanks are very clearly more powerful than the fucking power of creation. Obviously.
See, you're sitting here saying this as if you don't understand that your average commercial jet gets hit by lightning.
They are not touching the ground. They are not making a connection to the earth.
And neither is the tank.
When they get hit. The tank is making a connection to the earth. It absolutely is.
Rubber tracks.
You're still going to fuck up the guys inside.
I don't even think so.
I think so. I know. So we're talking about magic lightning. We're talking about like a random lightning strike. We're talking about like fucking 10d10 damage lightning from the sky.
I know you're talking about wizard, and I'm thinking about it.
I think it's going to fuck up the tank.
Yeah, I'm trying to think about it too, because I mean, wouldn't it work like you shooting lightning from something?
I mean, if it worked kind of like a laser, then maybe. But
then fine. Fuck the lightning bolt. Fuck the lightning bolt. Let's just go with
British-made freaking
fuck the lightning bolts, since you guys want to be fucking pedants about it, and we'll go with fucking arcane blasts that are raw arcane energy and they defy the laws of physics. Your tank's fucked.
Maybe. I could see it.
But there was
dragon fire would melt the fuck out of that tank.
Actually, they invaded Japan. It's just some guy was like, how would it be different?
I get that. But Dragonfire would melt the fucking tank, would melt a fucking Cobra, that's for sure.
I got some problems with that. One, the Apache is going to fire that Hellfire at about 3 miles. Dragon ain't even going to see it when it gets blown.
Let's find out if that dragon even appears on radar. That'd be the thing I'd like to know.
Yeah, that is a good point. But then again, birds appear on radar.
Yeah, I would say
but they're not really targetable. They just appear as a little blob. You're not going to be able to instinct
birds and our stealth bomber appear on radars. Yes. Tiny little dots that no one can see.
That's always my favorite one about the stealth bomber. Comrade, look, we have flock of birds flying at 30,000 feet going Mach 2. Oh, those are interesting birds, comrade.
As to the Dragonfire, I mean, are we talking like smog?
Well, yeah. We're using the
talking
base
like,
fantasy.
Smog, then yeah, of course, his breath melts everything except the
Exactly.
One Ring. If we're talking about your average D&D dragon, maybe
No.
not. Maybe so,
It's
though.
ancient.
I'll tell you
It's an
what, the
ancient
guys
dragon.
inside of that thing are
Maybe.
not going to be happy, though.
If it's an ancient dragon, it will.
What I would still
I
say
don't
that they
think
would probably
anybody's
be
going to be
targetable
happy inside of that
with our
thing
modern
if
weaponry.
a dragon hoses it with fire breath.
The only thing you guys will have an advantage on is your jets because of their speed.
And that was one of the things they mentioned, the U.S. sending a shit ton of like YF-22s and just fucking up everything in the air because nothing in the air could see them. And I guess they can engage 1,000 targets at 100 miles or some shit.
If you've got wizards with 9th level spells, your fucking jets are a joke. They're a fucking toy to them.
You know what the problem with that argument would be, though?
What?
In any empire, the U.S. would have more jets they could deploy than there would ever be archmages.
Yeah.
So you only need one archmage to handle your jets.
All of them?
Nah, it'd probably take more.
I mean, you can probably handle some of them, but not all of them.
Okay, and then the rest of them who have now closed into the distance to start targeting a small, tiny humanoid on the ground. What if he's using mirror image at 9th fucking level? Which one are you targeting? And then the dragons hit them.
240. Right? Shoot at all of the images.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, it's got like a rate of fire of 900 rounds a minute or something. So
I'm going to stop arguing. I'm going to stop arguing now because this is the stupidest fucking argument I've ever been in my life. And this is, I mean, that's saying something.
This is the most game nerd argument.
Yes.
And those are stupid. So I'm stopping.
Because you make me actually have to stop and be like, could an M1 tank survive a adult red dragon hosing that shit down with fire? I don't think so.
Maybe
I think the tank, I think the rubber would melt. So the rubber that grounds it, so the rubber that's grounding it to the earth would melt it, right? Would melt. And then the lightning bolt from the fucking blue dragon hits it.
Dude, the crew on the inside is going to cook like baked potatoes.
Oh yeah, they're already dead. But I'm just saying, you hit it with the dragon. So the red dragon hits it with the fire, melts the rubber at that point, so the grounding is gone. And then boom, the blue dragon hits it with the fucking lightning breath. And then just for shits and giggles, a black dragon drops some acid on top of that motherfucker.
Like I'm saying, you're wasting your blue dragon because that tank is dead.
Yeah, but it's so fun. It's fun to watch.
Now, the acid, if I were the dragons, I would save the acid for infantry, concentrations of infantrymen. Say they're trenched up and shit, that's where the chlorine gas and the acid would go.
If the wizard's bad enough, always just use the nuke.
Yeah, that'll really look interesting when you fire it off and send it at the wizard, and then he fucking teleports it to your command center or into the middle of that flight pack of F-23s you're so fucking proud of, and it blows
22,
up there.
22.
Sorry, 22. Sorry, apologies. My dick doesn't get hard for the American military. I'm lax in my knowledge. I apologize, gentlemen.
Well, you can't help it. You're Canada.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
the
reason. Military.
Yeah, we don't know. Even though we kick your ass at war games every fucking time. Oh yeah,
dude,
naval games.
We're taking it easy on you. Just because you beat the Michigan
That's,
National Guard at a war game.
That's because you guys are renowned for taking it easy. That's what you guys are most known for in competition. In fact, when people in the world talk about competitive things, they say America, the first thing, no matter where they're from in the world, they go, yeah, they really take it easy in a competition. They're not at all into embarrassing the fuck out of everybody, like sending the dream team to the fucking Olympics and watching them dunk on the Koreans.
Worry, guys, we're going to send a team full of 8-foot black dudes
exactly
all over the place.
Yeah,
it's like, have fun with this, China.
Yeah, exactly. That's so fucking. That's America in a nutshell. That laid back nature towards competition.
Well, yeah. But when you want
America's motto is we're number 2 and we're okay with that because we tried our best. That's the American motto, obviously.
When you're talking about Olympic vibes, though, that still belongs to the Turks. And I don't
shooting guy, pretty awesome.
But that marksman, he had the vibes, man. He just
there's an apocryphal rumor, not verified, that as soon as he was done, he walked up to the Olympic assistant to his wife and asked for directions to the smoking area.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah,
I'm sure. Hey, what's up, Daniel Barry? I could totally, I am totally not surprised. This guy's probably some sort of Turkish Secret Service assassin guy or some shit,
Yeah, it's snowing pretty heavily here. What's that? Jose, Pablo,
Jose. It's Jose.
Jose.
I mean, he put his whole name because Spanish people a lot of times have like 7 of them.
Yeah, I
Jose
know.
Pablo Luna Sanchez.
Because a lot of times they'll put their mother's maiden name and their father's name.
Well, no,
Yeah.
they have to. A lot of the countries,
And
that's part of their
sometimes
legal
they put the
documentation.
country they're
Yep.
from or the town they're from. So that's why you had that captain and his name was like, Inigo so-and-so de Trinidad, de so-and-so. I mean, it had a big old name because I don't know, at some point he was in Trinidad.
I don't know if Costa Rica does it, but I know Colombia and Venezuela, all legal documents have to have the mother and father's names on the person's ID.
I heard in a lot of these Spanish
America does.
places too.
No, like if I'm sending, okay, James, if I'm sending you, let's say, I'll pick something random off, an Amazon gift, right? I can put James McKee and it'll get to you.
Yeah.
If I'm doing it to my friend in, say, Bogota, I've got to put Juan Sanchez Villalobos Ramirez. I can't just put Juan Ramirez because you may fucking Juan Ramirez.
What a cool name, though. Wolf.
It's from Highlander.
I know.
My name is Juan Sanchez Villalobos Ramirez, Chief Metallurgist to King Charles VI of Spain, and at your service.
Right. I'm the Scottish guy who's actually from Spain, but actually is from Egypt.
Exactly, from Egypt, by way of Japan. What the fuck?
Yeah, and I lived in Japan for 100 years, and somehow that Scottish accent did not wash off.
Never.
It stayed just as strong as the day he started speaking.
I managed to resolve my issue yesterday that I was having. We had a little
with
live
your
stream.
game and the creativity part.
Well, with the mechanics, I wound up having a live stream, and Max Boivin, Paul, Doc, and Jason stopped by, and we worked it, and then we hit it. We fucking hit it, which is basically this: your attributes are dice steps D4 to D12. Your skills are dice steps D4 to D10. You roll both, add them together versus the target number. But if you get doubles, the skill die explodes, and if it comes up the same number again, it explodes again. So that way you can get some higher results out of that, and that favors less skilled people because they'll get luckier more often, but higher skilled people will just have ability.
Nice.
And it works, and it's good, and I'm happy now because I can write again. So I'm feeling very good about that.
Are we freezing in the States? Everyone is but me.
Yeah.
But then again, Florida was under a freeze warning all last week. But right now it's 86 fucking degrees, sunny, not a cloud in the sky.
In Freedom, in your beloved Freedom units, it's minus 18 dishwashers today.
Oh, geez.
Yep.
You know what's weird about Celsius and Fahrenheit? I saw this the other day. It's like the further you go to either end, the closer the numbers get.
They meet at minus 40, and I can't remember what the fuck plus level they meet at. Hello,
yeah, because I saw some guy being like, it's minus 52 Celsius, which is like minus 50 Fahrenheit or some shit.
No, minus 40 is where they meet.
How the fuck does that work?
Minus 40 is where they meet. So minus 40 Celsius and minus 40 Fahrenheit are the exact same temperature.
Yeah, I'm just saying they were close. And I was like, because you would say would say 35 degrees Celsius is nice and comfortable. No, and I'd be like, no, that's not very comfortable at all.
35 degrees Celsius ain't comfortable either, man. That's like the high 90s.
Well, that's every day in the summer here.
Yeah, so. Not all of us live in Florida.
Yeah, yeah.
Sounds nice to me.
Or Shadow,
I take that into consideration when I make fun of you guys that not everybody lives in Canada or the fucking Midwest or the prairies. You know, not everybody. Real winter.
So me and Shadow, we're used to half a year of 90 to 100 plus.
We only get it for 2 months.
I admit I hate every minute of it, and I feel like I'm being personally punished for something I must have did in the past life. But, you know, when I hear 35, I'm not like super impressed, 35 Celsius, because I'm just like, yeah, that's a Tuesday. You know what? I mean, that's nothing.
So if we
26 Freedom units as the Eagle freezes up here, geez. Yeah, so I think the Eagle has probably flown his ass south by now.
35 is 95 in your temperature.
And my homeboy that does Casual Geographics put a video out. Oh, my goodness. It made me love an animal I didn't, one, never actually seen up close, and two, you shouldn't love. But
Actually, hey, you want to get a fucking brain fart? Your earlier example, minus 52 Celsius, is actually minus 61 Fahrenheit.
See, it's like
they meet at 40 and then diverge again.
But anyway, going back to the animal.
What animal?
It's an animal you wouldn't ever think you would want to pet, but it turns out in real life, they're like giant puppies. And that is the California condor.
Okay.
Which we almost drove to extinction, but then we started like a breeding program and letting them back loose and stuff like that. And they've got like 18 to 20 foot wingspans and shit. But the trainers who raise them, they have to raise them with puppets that look like condor heads because they'll get attached to a human and won't leave. And he went to, because you know how that guy, he goes to like where the elephants are and where, you know, to visit these things. And you have all these condors, and I mean, they're huge and they're not DMs and giving you the stink eye from fucking Nova Scotia or whatever. And they're running up and literally wanting to be held and want the fluffy babies. And it's like, and people don't like them because on the one hand, yeah, I mean, it's a buzzard, it's a condor, it's carrion eater. But on the other hand, they're really nice, you know? But they're big. These things, literally, when they're fully grown, they can stand up and look you right in the eye.
Yeah.
Maybe not you. You're a tall guy, but
they're still big.
Your average human, these things, they can stand full up and look at you, and they're making eye contact, you know? And it's just
condors are exactly why I believe the birds are dinosaurs theory.
I think they're either a type of dinosaur or they were alive at that time for sure.
No, but I can believe it because I've seen some, you know, I've seen those fucking big ones. They scare you, man.
Well, I mean, yeah, like the cassowary, those things kill people.
Yep.
And then you've got that big freaking billed pelican that sounds like an M60 when it starts clacking. But the thing with that dude, the spoonbill or whatever, is they're supposedly really nice birds. But they're like 6 foot tall, you know, but they're really nice. There's one in Japan that if you bow to it, it'll bow to you and then you can walk up and pet it. But if you don't bow to it, it won't let you get near it. And it's like, how does an animal know this? That's a weird thing, right? I know this is not really game related stuff, guys. Sorry, but
probably seen people do it, imitated it, and just learned that kind of behavior.
I think there's some birds out there that are a lot smarter than we give them credit for.
Again, I think that's still pretty intelligent.
There are some birds out there that are smarter than some people.
Yeah, ravens are really smart.
Crows are insanely smart. Corvids are like retardedly smart. They did an experiment on a campus where they basically treated the corvids like shit. And they would recognize the people that had been doing it.
Yeah,
even in disguise. Like even when they put on a mask and shit, the crows knew it was that fucking guy. Then crows they had never interacted with were doing the same. They were treating these guys like these fuckers are fuckers. So they discovered, oh, so the crows are talking to each other and telling each other who the fucking dicks are.
And where to go get peanuts, right?
Yeah.
So 54, Coco said he had to throw a blanket on his tauntaun.
Well, he lives in Manitoba.
And he may have saw white walkers out in the woods.
Yeah, white walkers, local natives. It's the same thing in Manitoba.
Just remember, Coco, if a guy you knew used to have brown eyes and you see him walking around with blue eyes, you don't want to go near him. That's just a bad play, my brother. Just don't do it. Because as far as I know where you are, there's probably not a lot of obsidian just laying around. So you're going to want to avoid that. We're such nerds sitting here referencing freaking
Dragon Glass.
Well, the first couple books were good, at least. So I give us a pass. The first couple books were good. But yeah, 86 today. Got up, vacuum mopped, scrubbed tomato sauce off the ceiling of my kitchen, which is 10 feet high. So how am I watch that tomato sauce up there?
I was about to say, how did that happen?
It's a mystery of the universe. She truly is a mystery of the universe. So yeah, I had to bring a ladder in, and she stood behind me and held my butt while I scrubbed the ceiling and walls and light fixtures to get all the little spots of tomato sauce off. And yeah, I mean, busy day so far. And then painting some stuff, painting this Roman. I've had him for probably years and never painted him. And now I've got a reason to paint him because there are a lot of Romans in Hyperborea. So a person such as myself, if I ever played Hyperborea, I would play a Roman fighter because Romans are cool. Of course, I could play a Byzantine fighter too, but that would just be an Eastern Roman. So it wouldn't even be a difference.
Congratulations. That was 30 minutes before you brought up Hyperborea. Well done.
Oh, you know what? I was saying if I make a top 10 list like Shadow did, I'm going to work on it. It's going to be Hyperborea, 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 Adventure Conqueror King, Baptism of Fire, Hyperborea, Hyperborea, Hyperborea.
Yeah, I made that joke the other day. Weren't you listening?
I always steal your jokes. I don't know why you're surprised.
You always steal my jokes. You fucking live to steal my jokes.
Right. Why are you surprised?
It's a good point. It's on me. Clearly, your joke theft is on me.
Yeah. Well, I mean, no, we don't blame the victim here. We just say, why are you surprised? It's my nature. You're being the frog.
I like the hunger has a date meme.
You hear me?
What?
Yeah.
Sorry, what? No, I wasn't listening at all.
I said, you're being the frog, and I'm the scorpion.
Okay.
So when I ask you for a ride across the pond, don't get shocked when I sting you in the back.
Yeah. We know Sun Tzu. We're good.
Was that Sun Tzu?
No, but I'm just calling you Sun Tzu because you're trying to give me profound wisdom all of a sudden.
No, that's something I read in an L5R book. Because the scorpion is the Scorpion clan.
Mm-hmm.
Get it? They always betray everyone.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. I actually was not at all trying to impress anyone or be any way. I was quoting a game book. So
the earliest appearance of this fable is the 1933 Russian novel The German Quarter by Lev Nightoburg.
Oh, really?
But the novel refers to it as an Oriental fairy tale.
Well, there's also an Indian version too.
Well, no, actually, there's a Persian version called The Scorpion and the Turtle.
That makes sense in a way because according to Zoroastrianism, turtles are evil and aligned with Ahriman.
The Scorpion and the Turtle does not appear in the Indian Book of Tales that the Persians translated where they put it in.
No, I mean American Indians. They talk about this rouse snake begging a squaw to take him in from the snow. And, it goes back and forth, and the rouse snake swears up and down it won't bite her. So she picks it up and cuddles it to her, chest, and she carries it in and warms it up. And as soon as it gets warm, it bites her. And she's like, but why did you bite me? And the rouse snake says, it's my nature. And then Yig, the great old one, has something to do with it. Not really, though. That second part I made up. What's up, Cody? How you doing, bro? I do know that some of the cliff dwellers, they had this thing because they did worship a snake god where they would bring a virginal woman in and then a bunch of random squaws, right? And then all of the elders in the village would use the regular squaws as fluffers so that they could, do their thing on top of the stomach of the virginal woman. And then once they had a big puddle of little swimmers on her stomach, they would dump corn in it and mix it all up. And then the main chief would insert it up in her. And they thought that was how you got a bountiful corn harvest. I mean, those ancient religions, they're pretty interesting, Was that in Natural Born Killers? I never watched Natural Born Killers because I hate that movie and everything about it. Cody, it's 86 degrees here, bro. So I think I'll be fine. But I appreciate you, wishing us the best of luck down here. But yeah, I've saw clips from Natural Born Killers, and I did not like that movie at all. And it's really unfortunate because I'm typically a fan of Woody Harrelson in just about anything.
Well, I guess I'm lucky. I still got power, and it's still pretty cold. But hey, hasn't become a danger yet?
Well, you got power.
Yeah.
You know why I think the reason I don't like it wasn't Woody Harrelson. It was the girl that played his girlfriend,
Juliette Lewis.
I pretty much don't like her in anything.
I hated that movie. I actually walked out of it in the theater.
I pretty much despise her.
I made it halfway through that movie, and I went, "I'm done," and I left.
Also,
yeah,
generator ready.
I never really understood what they were going for there.
I've walked out of exactly 3 movies in my life. That one, Deep Blue Sea, and that one from like 10 years ago about the horse in the war in World War I or whatever, the British one. Fuck,
yeah,
it was an awful movie.
I've never walked out of a movie, but there's definitely a couple I wish I had. And I just didn't because I'd already paid and was there. So I just tolerated it. The one that is number 1 on my list for movies I wish I'd walked out of was the Star Wars movie where Luke Skywalker's living on an island sucking alien milk.
Oh God, yeah. I kind of wish I walked out on that one too.
Oh, my wife and I both walked out of there, and she looked at me, and I'm like, so? And she's like, I feel like we got ripped off. I was like, so do I. I was like, that is like the worst thing I've ever seen. And I think we were mostly right. I don't know if the one that came out after was even worse.
It was.
I think
that one was like, hey, let's make a movie where we completely assassinate the character of one of the major, people of this whole damn mythos.
Yeah.
Let's make Luke Skywalker a whiny bitch.
Now, James, there was one other one which I think was almost as bad as that, and I wish I walked out on. And it was that other sci-fi one that people talked about being the next Star Wars. I forgot what it was called, though. It had a book to it, and
well, it must have been awesome if you can't even remember what it was called. You're like,
it was awful. I think the only thing I can remember from it mainly was the weird cabaret moment.
Was it called Battle for the Stars?
Something like that. I can't remember.
Space Truckers?
Battle Beyond the Stars was the one.
Beyond the Stars.
When was this movie made, Timmy?
It was about around the time the new Star Wars movies was coming out.
And it was going to be the new Star Wars.
That's what people called it. No, it was like,
who was in it, Timmy?
I can't remember.
Okay, Timmy, I used to manage a video store. You are now my least favorite type of fucking camp store. You literally walked up to the guy and said, hey, you got that movie with that guy in it with the haircut?
Yeah, no, I can't. I just remember it was a terrible.
No, he walks in and he's like, "Hey, man, do you got that movie, Navy SEALs?"
Hey, ooh, Navy SEALs.
Ooh, Navy.
Okay, so fine. All right, let's play the guessing game. Jupiter Ascending.
No.
Rebel Moon.
No. Oh, sure.
You don't know who was in it?
No, it was weird.
You saw the movie, though, right? You did sit and see the movie, yes?
Yes.
What was the plot, generally, of the movie? Give me a scene, a memorable scene.
Again, the biggest scene that I remember was the weird cabaret thing.
The
For some
weird.
reason, yeah, it's like the whole story just ended, just paused for a moment so they could have like this cabaret moment, and I don't know why. It has
Is
like
it
a, I think,
possible maybe, Timmy, you were drinking some moonshine that somebody had ran through a radiator or something, and
Valerian
all
and
of
the
this
City
No,
of a
was like
Thousand Planets.
a hallucination?
Valerian and the City of a Thousand
yep,
Planets.
there it is, Valerian. Yeah, that was it.
Well, I'm glad I never saw that.
Yeah,
It's
that was
actually a horrible movie. It's just European. That's the problem.
It was I don't think it was that good. But maybe it's because of my expectations. You tell me it's going to be
It's
like
based on
this,
a
and then
French. It's based on a French BD, a French comic.
Well, there you go.
Well, hey, to be fair,
The
there is
comic's probably good,
yeah.
but it just didn't translate to a movie. You know
That
what
does
I mean?
happen.
I mean, there's a French IP that I do like, and that was Code Lyoko. So
You
that.
you should both read Blueberry.
Very.
Well, there's a French IP that I used to love, and that's A Flux.
Oh, that was pretty good too.
And when you watch like MTV,
Yeah, I
like
didn't
late at
know.
night, and freaking,
but
it was
Aeon
always
Flux
A
wasn't French.
Flux dying in all these weird ways.
Aeon Flux was American. It was created by a guy named Peter Chung.
Really? I thought it was French.
I didn't think so. I didn't know though, so I wasn't gonna say anything.
Hey, no, I mean, okay, I was wrong. I thought A Flux was a French cartoon because it looked
American.
French.
American, my friend.
I didn't think it looked French either.
I thought it did. Well, okay, tell me what French looking looks like.
Well, to be fair, the one I had was like basic anime style, so I wouldn't know.
See, the one I'm talking about, it's basically A Flux has the super high heels and the long, like curly, like
it was a commentary on the fashion industry.
Yeah, and then the main bad guy who ran like the communist or totalitarian side, he was like the tall, muscled up blonde dude. And if she wasn't trying to kill him, she was trying to F him, It is complicated,
And she died at the end of every episode.
Every episode. And it was always something stupid too. Like there was the one where she's trying to escape and she's walking on like the ledge of a building and she steps on a fucking nail.
So a French BD comic you guys should read, or even see if you can find the French movie with, which is pretty decent. It's called Blueberry, and it was done by Jean Giraud or Mobius, the famous guy from heavy metal who did all the art design for Jodorowsky's Dune and Fifth Element and stuff like that. And it was basically his obsession with American and spaghetti westerns. And it's fucking good.
That does sound kind of cool.
It's really good.
I don't think they've made a movie of it, but you can always like read the book. What's it called? Dark Meridian?
Don't know that one.
Yeah. Something like that.
I sent Doc the link. Don't know where the fuck he is.
He decided that he had other stuff to do, maybe.
I disagree. I also sent it to Paul, but he's being Paul.
Well, maybe he just has nothing really he feels like he needs to share.
I never read the Don John series of comics, Coco. They're good.
I tell you, the French comic I got that I do like tremendously is the Cimmerian.
It's very good. Actually, let me rephrase that. Valerian in the City of a Thousand Planets is not good. It's not good.
Yeah, I didn't think so. I mean,
but
I watched
it. It's not horrible. It's not unwatchable. And it's got neat ideas in it that you can mine out for other things for a sci-fi.
Yeah, the ideas I think were horribly wasted. I like the ideas more than I like but the movie itself, I don't know. It felt like just a big chore to watch.
I'm eating soup.
Some soup. Blood Meridian. That's the name of it. Pass. Yes. That is a depraved thing, and I'm pretty sure the judge is the devil. And they start out like being bounty hunters, and by the end of it, they're eating people and doing all this horrible shit. And then like it fast forwards like 50 years and the kid runs into the judge again and he hasn't aged at all. And he's still a twisted fuck with no hair, you know, like no hair anywhere. He's just a completely smoothly bald giant of a man that's always smiling. And yeah, he's a murderous prick. But, you know, that's neither here nor there. All right.
Hey James, I sent you a picture of what it's like here.
Okay. I look. What it's like. I got 2 turntables and a microphone. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, I made a video. I'll get it uploaded later about this game, which is a war game, Barons War. And it represents the era when all the barons in England were thrown down until they finally made King John sign the Magna Carta. And I was saying, like, for someone like you, this could be interesting because you could go and look up and see if there was actually a Pilkington involved in the war. And then paint your little entourage up as your family crest, you know, and your colors. Now, I know that I'm not going to be represented in this war because, you know, my people were not there. But I mean, a lot of Americans are from the UK.
Yeah.
So if you think about the Barons War and all that is freaking, that's our history too. Just like it's Canada's history too. You know, and the Magna Carta is the basis of our beloved Constitution and used to be the basis of English common law before whatever the fuck they're doing over there now, excuse the language, but fun fact about Valerian, the comic Star Wars was influenced by the comic. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, yeah, Star Wars was definitely influenced by a lot of things. I mean, but then again, it's like that the book about the I've talked about this probably 50 times. The hero's journey, you know, where you've got the farm boy who has a mentor who's like an old dude, and then stuff happens,
I heard
and
that,
then the mentor dies, and then some other stuff happens.
Just to pass her by, I think because it's 67, Valérian et Laureline is the name of the comic, and I think it was more of an influence on Barbarella too, wasn't it? Like, wasn't there a bunch of Barbarella connection, or Barbarella was an influence on it or something? Like, there's this weird Barbarella.
Barbarella, the weird one where that like model from back in the day was like running around like wearing nothing. I forget her name, but
it was Viet Cong Fonda.
Was it?
Yeah.
Ah, I never watched it, but when it comes to shitty sci-fi, my favorite shitty sci-fi is Space Hunter and the Adventures in the Forbidden Zone in 3D. That is one of those like 80s freaking sci-fis I can watch. And if you've never watched it, it's about a character that I have no fucking clue who he is or what he's ever been in. And he goes to a planet that's ruled by Michael Ironside, where Michael Ironside is apparently some kind of drug-fueled cyborg. And Molly Ringwald's in it as a stinky little thing that at some point he has to force to bathe because he can't stand being near her because she smells so bad. And the black dude from like Night Court's in it also, I think. Or maybe it's the guy from Ghostbusters. Anyway, so whoever James, it is, he's in it too.
You're talking about Barons War.
Barons War, I got a video about it, yeah.
13th century, there was a Pilkington of Lancashire.
Well, this takes place between 1150 and 1320.
So, yeah, Alexander...
But, I mean, the actual Barons War was not that long.
Nah. But yeah, Alexander Day Pilkington. I would be making that guy, I guess.
So a Norman, Alexander Day.
Yeah.
Well, you could look up whatever his colors were and paint your little knight and entourage up in those colors. That'd be
I think
cool.
I already know what it is because I mean I
That's the
have.
passerby, my favorite swamp German. What is
And then
up?
and then was succeeded
Who
by
is Cormac McCarthy?
It's a writer.
Is he the guy that wrote Blood Meridian?
This guy wrote The Road.
Oh, The Road, yeah. Or as I like to call it, Twilight 2000, the movie.
Jesus, that fucking book was dark. I never tell you the story about how I read that book.
I don't know.
So my mom dies.
See, the
and
good
I
news
have to
is
hop
you
on the
can tell me
train.
more, the same
Wait,
story over and
is
over
this
again,
right?
and I'll always be interested.
Well, anyway, so okay, I'm telling you the story now, so maybe
Okay.
listen as opposed to telling me that you don't remember things. My mom dies, and I have to go home on the train and it's an overnight trip on the train to go home for all the stuff. So I stop at the bookstore in the train station. This is 2009. I stop in the bookstore in the train station. I'm wandering around looking for something to read in the book section, and I see this book, The Road. The post-apocalyptic, masterpiece, sensation. I read the back cover. It sounds interesting. All right, fuck, I'll buy this because I'm depressed. My mom died. I'm fucking not feeling great. Get on the train, start reading this fucking book, and it's the darkest fucking book you could ever read. Like, it's insanely dark. Like, if you think the movie's dark, they made the fucking movie Disneyfied compared to the book. Like, it's insanely dark.
Well, my good sir, I'm glad you survived.
So I go for a cigarette, right, between cars where they have sometimes have the door open because I know the people on this train because it goes down home, and I know where they go smoke. So I go up to see if they're all smoking. And one of the guys, Bobby's smoking. And I'm just like, I light his shirt. He's like, hey man, sorry about your mother. I'm like, yeah, no problem. And I turn and I wing this fucking book out the open window into the great wilds of Quebec, like, fuck you, book. And he's like, what's that about? What? Nothing. Anyway, yeah, man. Yeah, my mom always liked you. We just talked and shot the shit for a bit. That fucking book, man.
It is a book about complete hopelessness. And everything sucks. And everyone sucks. Too. So, hey. Currently Jackie's favorite author, huh?
Oh, God.
Well,
teenagers, depression. There's a shock.
We all love Jackie to death, but let's be honest, he's going to carry on in his hipster dad's ways.
That's really fair. By the way, his hipster dad seems to be talking some shit for not being on camera right now.
He always does that.
I know, but I'm just cajoling him like I always do. I always bully him to come on.
And it's all like, carry on my wayward son.
Wow.
Learn to like a decent game. You don't always have to be a hipster. And don't you cry no more. Oh, man. I love singing to people. It's unfortunate that I suck so bad. Or maybe
getting myself
because, then I can be like, ha.
Here's an even better part about my family, my familial history, I guess.
They're all inbred?
No, yeah, but
you all share the same grandparents? What? Your mother and father had the same grandparents? What? Come on.
It's about the time they gained a bit of prominence. Apparently, Roger's son, Sir Roger Day Pilkington, served under John of Gaunt and participated in key military campaigns in France.
Look at you.
Yeah, but Sir Roger had a son and named him Roger.
That's what a lot of people do. A lot of people name their sons after them.
I guess.
Where that's where junior, second, third, fourth, and senior come from.
Shadow should be happy because Cold Iron Oven has been going super easy on him lately.
Has he ever? The fuck did you do, Shadow? Turn into a bat, go to his house, sneak in his fog of mist, and then threaten him in his sleep? Like, what the fuck?
He used his vampire mesmerizing powers and was like, you're not gonna...
You don't want to make any more about me.
Means...
I am Shadow, master of the dark.
Right.
The children of the night. What a beautiful music. And
See,
the
here's
man.
the thing. Shadow was very recently hanging out with DM Bloodworth, who is one of my favorite YouTubers.
Very nice man.
But now I'm sitting here thinking, damn, he was so quick to jump in on Bloodworth's channel, but he's going to sit in the chat and bullshit around on mine. I don't know if I should be jealous or pissed or what.
Man, stir that soup. You do it. You go,
Like,
James.
am I having emotions now?
Oh,
I don't
yeah,
know.
work that cauldron. Do it.
I mean, the next thing you know, someone's going to come and steal my swamp German like they did the last time I had a swamp German.
Who stole your swamp German?
Freaking John.
Oh,
Victor Gorchev was my swamp German.
Well, you should have cared for him better.
No, he got with John and they started making games. And apparently,
exactly. You should have cared for him better.
I should
John
have.
recognized his needs, met them, and therefore won him in the relationship. And that's how it works.
Well, I think what really happened is I called him out for being a Russian gangster living in the Netherlands. And he's like, I'm not a Russian gangster. And I'm like, well, that's what a Russian gangster would say, though, isn't it? Like,
you deny it just proves that you're a Russian gangster.
Is banditti, but there you go. You know,
it's like, why are you in the Netherlands, you Vory bastard?
How was your soup, Paul?
Yeah,
it's good. Keep me warm in this cold winter.
It's crazy. It's so cold. Oh, the world is coming to an end.
Everybody
lived in a cold area.
No, it's right out of Chicago, so it can get cold.
But, yeah, like what are you talking about? You're like in the Midwest. You're on a lake. Of course it can get cold.
Yeah, I was going to say Chicago with the lake effect. I saw the that dock at the lake there, and it was frozen. Yeah. This is like 10 years ago when my buddy Marcus went there.
Yeah. Oh, it's insane.
Frozen.
I'm trying to think. It was like about 15 years ago. We had like negative 50s, and what happened was the wind was pushing the
ice up
water from
the shore
onto Lakeshore Drive, so cars were getting frozen over. So they had to snowmobile to the cars to break people out of them.
As an Eastern Canadian, there is only two people who are allowed to bitch about the temperature that I don't immediately make fucking fun of: Midwesterners. And anyone living on the prairies, no matter what country they're in.
Coco.
Because they have brutal winters. Like
the winds. I can only imagine the wind for those guys. There's nothing to break it.
Nothing to break it. No hills, right? No trees. It's insane. I drove across the prairies in 98. 97, 98. We drove across the prairies. Holy fuck, brother. One, every couple of miles, they arbitrarily put a curve in the road on the highway in Canada. Just keep you awake. That's all it's there for. And I saw a comedian when I was in high school. He was this guy from Newfoundland. He was funny as fuck. He was talking about going to the prairies. He goes, fucking Saskatchewan, the only place you can watch your dog run away for 3 days. Yeah, he ain't coming back. You know, it was just like, it's like, and then I saw it with my own eyes and I'm like, holy fuck. No wonder people go crazy.
Well, at least you learned from our problem, because when we started building interstates in the 40s, they built them all like arrow straight. So now people will be on those bitches and get like road hypnotized and just drift out of their body while they're doing like 70 down this fucking interstate because there's no turns. It's like
we
don't get on 75 north. It's like there are no turns.
Yeah, the Canadians learned from us. That's what happened.
No, we learned from you guys on how to do.
They fixed it.
But we had another thing we picked up from you, which was putting raised reflectors along the side and the middle. Oh, yeah. When you drift, you get that boom, 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 and it just wakes you right the fuck up. We didn't have that until like the 90s, really. You know what I mean? So people would fall asleep just like straight off into the trees or over into the oncoming traffic. It was insane,
Yeah.
See, America and Canada, if we work together, no one will stop us.
The fucking
specifically, not Mexico. Let's go get them. Come on.
I'm thinking if we could get Canada to jump on board with us, we could just conquer the world.
Hey, are Americans sitting around thinking right now Greenland just pulled a first strike on them using weather technology or something?
No.
The last time I looked at anything having to do with Greenland, it was something saying, yeah, we own Greenland.
Not that we own it. It's like we made a deal with them and basically getting
everything. Of course we made a deal, because that's how you make a deal. You do something crazy. you say something so fucking outlandish that the other guy's just like, what the fuck?
What?
And then you wait a little while for him to stew and the crazy, and then you come back and you say something rational. Like,
Yeah.
okay, so how about this? And now all of a sudden, because the first thing you said was so fucking nuts, the second thing you say sounds pretty good. You're like, okay. You know, I mean, it's the art of the deal, baby.
All right, here's how it's going to work, Mr. Bachelda. You're going to give us exactly what we want, or I'm going to come to the house and skull fuck your grandmother with a chainsaw, murder all your children, and enroll your dog in tap lessons. Well, which deal you want to go for?
I told you he's from Queens.
Yeah, here you go.
Sure.
You can have the
He
shit
is
you
an
wanted. How about we do that
opposite.
instead, you crazy fuck? You know?
Yeah. When he's talking to the leader of the Taliban, and he's like, "If anything happens, we'll bomb your house. Here's some photos of your house, dude. So
He
you know
slides
we
pictures
know
of
where it
every
is."
house across.
Like, oh,
I mean, I don't understand why anyone's surprised by anything this dude does. He's a New Yorker, born and raised, kind of gangster as shit. He hangs out with rappers and shit.
right.
And it's like, but you're surprised when he starts talking mad shit and telling like a reporter to fuck themselves or something.
Yeah.
It's like,
We're living through the haze now because everybody's like, "Oh my God, this guy's worse than Hitler and the devil were put into one," and they gave him a machine gun. And it's like, when he's gone, what are they going to cry about next? They're going to cry about JD
Anything.
Vance's pudgy face, or who are they going
They'll-
to cry about next?
They'll
you know?
just keep saying that he's the worst thing ever in existence. It's
Well,
all
they'll
they
do the
have.
exact same
No,
thing
well,
they did during the
for me-
Biden administration. What did they do during the Biden administration? They bitched about Trump.
But yeah,
He's gonna be
or
like,
they'll
yeah,
do that. Yeah.
They're gonna dig up his corpse, like what was that one synod they had where the dead pope, they got his corpse and they
Oh,
put it
yeah.
on trial. It'll be the same thing. They'll be like,
oh, they
"Mr.
did that
Trump."
with Charles the
Trump.
First too during the war between the Cavaliers and the Roundheads.
They
They fucking
dug up
dug
his
the
corpse?
king up and then
Yeah.
like drawn and quartered him and hung him.
Yeah,
Like
that
they
subtle thing.
defiled his grave because
Right.
Cromwell was a crazy son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Thank goodness he finally died, and then they brought Charles II in. He was the party animal. But no, I think you guys are probably right. I mean, one side of the media or both sides of the media, whatever, they're probably set for the next 50, 60 years because even after the Don dies, they'll still be bitching
I think that's it.
about something.
If a
We
Democrat
own part of
comes to office-
Greenland forever, supposedly. I thought it was like we got it as like a never-ending lease or
Yeah,
something.
it's basically like a never-ending.
And
lease.
then we had to pay money to the citizens of Greenland, who were our best friends in the negotiation, because at the last minute, the citizens of Greenland backed us against Denmark. They're like, nah, man, we're getting 30 grand or something. Fuck you, Denmark. You know?
Yeah.
To be fair, Denmark's not doing anything good for Greenland, so they were like, "Yeah, okay."
I honestly, guys, I have to be 100% honest here. I didn't think anyone even lived on that fucking frozen hellhole.
Very few do. It's,
I figured maybe some Inuits were roaming about trying not to get ate by polar bears or some shit, but I didn't.
Nope, there's
I mean, there's only 30,000 of them, which is like way smaller than where I live, but still, I just didn't expect it.
Yeah.
That's a lot of fucking Eskimos.
Well, that's the thing too. When you're living on an ice sheet, it's like, how much life can this actually support here?
Not
Yeah,
much.
that's what Trump said too, because they're all like, you just want the rare minerals. And he's like, we have rare minerals. Do you think we want Greenland so we can dig through a mile of ice and try and get some tungsten? Get out of here. The fuck is wrong with you?
I think he does. I think most of the wars we're doing for pretty much are just for resources, and then people
Not
get
exactly.
kind of
This one-
people get stirred up by liberty
this
and
one did have
justice
an
and all
actual
that. And,
strategic reason, having a missile base there for interception.
Who
The
knows?
Golden
You could
Dome
both
makes
be
sense.
right. Well, I
Sure.
know the missile thing's right because that's what he said. It's going to be like a
Right.
major part of the dome thing that will
The Golden
protect
Dome.
Canada and the United States
Well,
from getting nuked.
the other way I'm looking at it too is like, yeah, that's to shut off the northern pass right there, because then all he needs to do is look at like South America around Chile, around there between the Arctic, and then if he can cut off all naval coming through the Western Hemisphere, then he's like, well, now we can pull all these bases out where people are complaining about how we have bases in every country on the fucking planet, And that's why all these NATO members are like, wait, what are you trying to do? We're going to send people to defend Greenland, to defy this imperialism and all that, because they see the money drying up for their defense. That's really all it is.
Yeah, but if you're going to try to defend Greenland, you need to send more than like 7 dudes.
Well, that was it was a token thing. That's why they were like,
Yeah.
oh, there's like 12 nations that sent people. And it was like, how many people did they send? Like, it was less than a company of guys. And you're like, what? That's it? Like, what did they? Because they can't field anything. There's no war happening. It's all proxy wars. It's all happening in Ukraine. They're just throwing money and materials at that.
Do you know what I found out today, PB?
What's up?
The UN, or the EU, not the UN, the EU spends more money buying Russian oil than they actually give to Ukraine to fight Russia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, don't you remember that? That was what Trump was saying. He was like,
And
"You guys
that's-
keep
that's
antagonizing
right
these guys. They pretty much have the hand on the spigot for your energy sector, and you're going to sit there and try to threaten them."
Okay, but this is the same thing Polyev was saying here, trying to make this fucking point when he was up when we were trying to get rid of Trudeau. Is Germany and Japan and one other country came to Canada to meet with Trudeau, and were begging him to open up liquid natural gas exports to Europe so that they could break the Russian monopoly and they could basically starve Russia's economy by not buying their energy. And Polyev and all the right-wing people in Canada are like, this is a great idea. Plus, it allows us to build infrastructure that'll employ people. It'll make money for our country. We'll actually increase our cost of living. We'll get our fucking economy going again. This is brilliant. Let's fucking go. And Trudeau's like, yeah, nah. But we'd be interested in developing hydrogen extraction technology for the future.
Yeah. Yeah, it's all in who they're in bed with.
He's the exact same horse shit. He's
Yeah.
the exact same horse shit. But these fucking boomers that run everything in Canada right now think Carney is the cat's ass.
Well, I mean, I understand what Canada might
Well,
be
it's
a
crazy
little
that
pissy
that
with
guy
us
just
too,
can't. What was he?
because
Who was the head of the Bank of England?
pipeline.
So he has citizenship.
Yeah, and he lived in
Canadian citizenship,
Ireland.
Irish citizenship, and British citizenship, right?
Oh, there
He
you
was
go.
the head. He was the head of the Bank of England. So his signatures on the period he was there. His signatures on all the pound notes that are produced by the Bank of England. It says Mark Carney, treasurer of their exchequer, or whatever the fuck he is, whatever
Sure.
the term is they use for him. So when he got elected, a bunch of my British friends are like, "The asshole that ruined our economy is in charge of your economy now? What the fuck?" We're like, "Welcome to the media." And
Yeah.
that's one of the big problems we have. You guys think you have biased media in the States. We have 3 major national media sources here: CBC, CTV, and Global News. And all 3 of them survive on government handouts.
Yeah.
So they're never going to bite the hand that fucking feeds them.
Well,
The last administration decided to screw Canada over on the pipeline and shit.
Yep.
Yeah. When we blew that up. Yeah.
No, I don't
Oh,
mean the
Biden.
one over in.
Nord Stream.
No, I mean
No, the
we
Canadian
had
pipeline,
already
we had a deal for
Oh, the
Canadian
Canadian
pipeline
one.
we
to
had
start
a
oil,
deal to work.
He stopped.
with
Yeah, he
Canada.
stopped it as soon as
and
the
then
game.
Biden
Yeah.
stopped it. Wasn't it Biden who stopped it?
It
yeah,
was
Biden
Biden.
did.
Executive
And
order.
it
like the first
basically
thing they got in,
killed
yeah.
like 50,000 Canadian jobs, plus all the money they were going to make.
They kept saying he was all about unions and blue collar jobs, and then he fucked them, and then the train workers too. They had a strike, and he was just like,
Well, it fucked us too, because it was
too
going to be
bad.
Americans down here building our side of the pipeline.
sure, yeah,
Canuckastanians building their side of the pipeline, and then us buying oil from them until they ran out of it. So the Canadians
Which we
were going
won't.
to have tons of good, high-paying jobs.
we'll be long
Make a
dead
shit
before that.
ton of money.
Yeah.
America
No.
will not exist as a concept when Canada won't exist as a concept when we run out of oil here. Fuck.
Yeah, I was gonna say that dinosaur juice is gonna keep running. The fact that they're like, oh, there's only like 20 years left. Oh, I wonder who sponsored that. Oh, the oil company.
Yeah.
Trying to
They said
raise
there's
the
20
scarcity.
years
Oh,
left,
wait,
like
peak
50
oil.
years
Wait,
ago.
I heard that term in the 70s. I heard that term in the 90s, and now I'm hearing it in the 2000s. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
by the way, did you guys know that there's actually still snow on the peaks of Kilimanjaro?
Really? I didn't know that.
Despite Al Gore telling me we would never see that again in our lifetimes.
I
Yeah,
know,
if
what
you
year
actually
is it?
get a picture of Kilimanjaro, yeah, it does have snow on the peak. I mean, Mount Fuji does too sometimes.
Yeah, and that's the other thing. We can't share American news on Facebook with each other. So you've got an entire generation of boomers living on Facebook, and that's their primary form of social media communication is Facebook. But due to a law put in place by the Trudeau government over basically them wanting to make American companies pay a penalty to Canadian media companies or some bullshit rule like that, Facebook said, fuck you, we're not doing that, and banned Canadian news or American news articles from being posted in Canada. So I can't take some article I found on, say, CNN or the Washington Post or whatever the fucking thing it is in the States and share it on my Facebook because Facebook blocks it because it's American.
Yep.
Because the Canadian, not because there's a Canadian law that says you have to block it, but because there's a Canadian law that says you have to pay money to Canadian broadcasters to offset their losses in heavy competition with you.
Well, I mean, you know,
And Facebook, to their
think,
credit, I got to give
people.
Zuckerberg his credit on that when they just went, yeah, no, we're not doing that. We just won't let them post your shit. That's fine.
Well, now the Europeans are being dumb, except I think Elon said he's just going to shut Twitter down in Europe.
Yeah, you
He's
should.
like, yeah, keep coming
That's all
after
you-
me. I'll just shut
all you have to
fucking
do,
social
yeah.
media down, you know?
You just,
But-
yeah, it's just one IP address. It's just one branch of it. And you just go, no more Europe. There you go.
Yeah,
I got a
right
crazy
on.
idea for all our governments. I got a crazy idea. American government, Canadian government, all the European governments, the EU, all of it. How about you worry about your economies, your health care, and making sure your people are okay, more so than worrying about fucking social media? How about that? Just as a crazy fucking idea.
Well,
Yeah,
I
was gonna say,
mean, I don't think that's going to happen, though, because if we did that, what would all the TikTok girls do? I mean, that would be like a tragedy.
Go back to Instagram where they started their thoughty bullshit.
TikTok
Yeah,
girls,
except
nothing else
Instagram's no
that's
longer really about thoughts. It's more about edgy memes and groypers. Because I'm on Instagram recently, and everything I see is like
You're on
a
the wrong
frog
Instagram,
doing something
James.
crazy.
James, I could show you some Instagram. They'll make you happy. It's all big booty goth chicks. Oh,
Well,
speaking
you
of
showed me
which,
that
James,
Facebook thing.
James, hang on just a second. Yeah, that you love that Facebook group now. I bet.
I did love that.
They are pretty awesome.
Enjoy your meal. You too. Next thing you know, the four god chicks are sitting in a car eating the McDonald's with you. The one with the hamburger, though, she looks
Her
like
face,
so into
man.
it, man.
Her
That
eyes,
look
she's
on her
like
face.
so fucking happy. I'm going to show you something, James. Hang on, I'm going to share this with you.
Oh my
This
god!
is the new end card on my YouTube videos I made today, and I put it up. and
Oh,
you
I
are
never
gonna
went on
fucking love it,
Tumblr.
because this is inspired by you.
Inspired by me. Okay, that could be good or bad. Boom! Oh, nice.
Hey,
Big booty goth witch cast spell on you. Hell yeah!
To like and subscribe now.
That has happened to me once or twice. Like IRL.
it always
anyway.
goes bad though.
Well, yeah. I mean, there's a reason they're like that. They really don't like their dads. And unfortunately, women who don't like their dads typically don't end up being the best marriage material.
No, just to pass her by. I mean, Instagram. Yes, Tumblr had its thing, but I knew a shit ton of girls back in 2000. I want to say 2010, no, 11, 12, that period, that run. They were all posting fucking shit on Instagram and then selling nudes and fucking private chats and videos on the side with their users, man. So trust me, Tumblr was weird, and Tumblr had a shit ton of porn, and the biggest mistake Tumblr ever made was getting rid of its porn. I agree. But the monetized will become OnlyFans thoughts eventually, that was really an Instagram thing.
I never went on Tumblr because I used to follow and watch the Internet Aristocrat or Medicare. And he used to do nothing but videos about Tumblr shit. And they were so weird that I was like, yeah, I'm not ever going on Tumblr.
Yeah, I never go on Tumblr either. It's a weird, terrible.
Because he do
place.
deep dives into like weird furry shit and like.
No thanks.
This is like 20 years ago.
Yeah.
And I don't know whatever happened to him. I know his name was Jim, and he was married.
Oh,
to
he's still doing stuff. Though not very much. He really pulled back from the internet because of his condition.
Oh,
Well,
Medicare?
I mean-
yeah, he's been like constantly dying of cancer for like 7 years or something.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
that sucks! I didn't know that.
He's just been getting treatment and still like hanging in there. And Occasionally he'll do shows, and
Well, I'm glad he's hanging in there. I mean, he went with Medicare, I know, because somebody tried to call him mediocre, but they couldn't spell it, so he just calling himself Medicare, you know. And it's like, but he's
is that like Malachi? Malaki? It's like he didn't know how to spell Malachi.
Do you remember that internet lolcow that got thrown in prison for actually having sex with like his incredibly old senile mom?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah, Medicare did a whole like run up on that dude like 15 years ago, being like, "This guy's a crazy person," but people didn't listen.
Hey, Paul.
Yes.
So remember yesterday we were talking about dice mechanics and all that on the channel. We came up with a good thing. So I posted a video today because I figured nobody's going to watch a 2-hour live stream to get to the 15 minutes at the end where we designed the game system, right? So I put up just an explanation of the videos today on my channel, the mechanics, and this one guy writes this as a response. I fucking died laughing. It was so good. He's like this just made me fucking giggle. It's like, fuck, you must be, and he is. I know he's a big 4D type guy, right? He says, exploding dice sucks even more than re-rolling, puke emoji. Double the doubles instead. Roll, read result, move on. Rerolling and exploding dice disrupt the narrative flow too much. To which I said, well, we're going with that. So, you know, you do you. Have a nice day. But I was just thinking about that. Double the doubles. Hey, I rolled 212. Well, my total is now 48 on a fucking difficulty scale that goes to 20, and 20 is considered like divine intervention level difficulty. Yeah, 48. Sure, why the fuck not? Like, Jesus Christ. That's my problem with narrative people. I like medium crunch, right? Some people like super hard crunch. I'm pointing at Doc. Doc loves super hard crunch. But at least we understand there's math involved in all of this, and we need to pay attention to those numbers, whether we like doing it or not. They're there, right?
Yeah.
And then you look at narrative gamers like double the doubles. Yeah, why not? Sure, that sounds great. Yeah, I like games. Well, here, this is a game called Exalted. You should play it. You'll love it. It's all people throwing houses at each other. Play the fuck out of it, you fucking weirdos.
Yeah, I mean, if you're running like a Mythic style game where people do crazy shit, that's that's fine. If you're doing like a game set in like Celtic mythology or Greek mythology, that fits fine. If you're doing something more grounded than
medieval fantasy, Western European fantasy, yes, I would like to have a result of 18 times the highest possible difficulty in the game. That makes perfect fucking sense, and is way better than just rolling another die. Like that's a way better system. Like, what the fuck happened to us? Role-playing games used to be about nerds, and we accepted math was a part of nerddom. You know what I mean? I would like to, have you ever made a fucking Villains and Vigilantes character?
No, I never played that.
That definitely got brought up, though, because somebody in Bloodworth's chat, we were trying to figure out, because they were saying, I think it was Coco that was saying he was in negative 35-degree weather or whatever, Celsius.
Yeah.
And these boneheads were like, trying to figure it out. And somebody put this big esoteric formula up of how to figure it out. And we were all like, we're having villains and vigilantes and Shadowrun building your cyber deck like flashbacks.
Yeah.
So it was like, we don't need that.
When was this stream?
This was like just before James's. That's why he was all.
Yeah, I was actually.
I got to pay more attention to Bloodworth. I didn't know he was doing panels now. I got to start going.
Yeah, I actually couldn't watch your stream, James. For some reason, it wouldn't load.
Oh, don't worry, it wouldn't load for me either.
It didn't load for anybody.
Okay.
You will subscribe to DM James. You will give all your money to DM James. All power to Hyperborea.
And the winner is Hypnotoad.
Yeah, that does.
Exactly.
But yeah, usually he does Sunday evenings. I think what was happening is since he's in New York, he's shoveling snow like every 20 minutes.
Yeah.
So he was like, I'm just going to get this out of the way before I'm buried alive in my home.
Well, he's got to keep his drive clear in case his wife is out.
Yeah.
Because, I think she still works and he's retired.
What's the name of his channel?
We lost Doc. Unscripted and Unchained RPG review.
That's it, yeah.
That's why I was like, you always look up DM Bloodworth or anything, and you're like, where the hell is this guy? What is he?
It's role-playing Unchained and
Unscripted and Unchained RPG.
Right.
I don't have it subscribed on my new channel, so now I feel like a bad person, but now I'm subscribed.
Yeah. All my subscriptions died. My bank account ran out. I gotta get
He
paid
does.
again.
He does panels and stuff like that occasionally, and he's basically kind of like me in that he'll throw the link in chat, and it's like, if somebody wants to join me, you know.
Yeah, if they jump in.
Yeah, no, next time he's up, I'll try and jump in and say hi, because I really, of all the people I've met through your channel, James, and that's where I met a lot of these people, is from your crazy old man collection that you have, which I'm now a part of, which makes me so happy. He is probably one of the nicest, most even-handed people I've met. You know what I mean? On this,
He really is.
dungeon tubing thing.
Yeah, he really is.
I've heard him say "fuck" once or twice, and it almost makes me giggle. Like the teacher just said a bad word. Like he said "fuck," you know, like it's crazy how he brings that up.
Yeah, well, I mean, he's a veteran who retired as a school teacher in New York.
Yeah,
he's a solid guy. You know what I mean?
And he used to teach in like shitty neighborhoods too.
And he loves every game. And these people keep saying, "Oh yeah, I'll join your game," and then effing him over.
Yeah.
Which, you know, kind of pisses me off. I'm like,
hey,
come
Doc,
on, guys.
let's figure out when he's got a game going that's starting. You and me join in. We'll play in his game.
Sounds cool. Yeah, I've watched his show a bunch of times. I like him.
Yeah, because it's like, if you give your word that you're going to be there, be there. Be a man.
I would. I'm usually, heck, whenever I'm in Bubba's game, I'm always there an hour early.
Well, I'll tell you what, Mr. Pilkington, you now know the name of his channel. Yep. Hit him up and be like, "Hey, if you want to run a game, I will play. And if you're worried about anything, ask freaking the hillbilly DM, and he'll tell you that I'm reliable. I will be there." That's what I like.
Reliable.
You know, the northeastern hillbilly DM of Kentucky.
Gotta have dreams, I guess, right?
What?
You gotta set goals, James. Gotta set goals.
Yeah, in every game I'm in, I literally do like sit in the Discord channel for like an hour waiting
and
for that
game.
game.
I'm saying you are just the guy Bloodworth is looking for. You are the guy.
There goes fucking Doc again.
Yeah, it's I think it's Restream, isn't it?
I think Doc's computer is a fucking potato, and I'm glad he's back to work. We can eventually look at buying a better computer.
Hopefully, I don't know. I hope the prices will get normalized where he could.
Listen, if he bought a 3 or 5 year old computer, it'd still be a better computer than what he's got right now, right, Doc?
Yeah, I've got a unmodified HP Pavilion right now.
Oh.
An HP Pavilion?
How old is that thing?
It's only about a year and a half old.
Oh,
I didn't know HP made computers.
I had a $7,000 Alienware computer, but then one day it didn't turn on, but it became like red, glowing red hot. And I was like, "Oh, that's just
God,
you like that?"
That's
so
what's supposed to happen.
HP used to make really good stuff. They made like top shelf stuff. You bought HP, you were getting quality, and then Compaq bought them. Compaq bought them and then just changed all their names to HP, but kept producing the same Compaq level shit, but calling it HP now. You know, like fuck.
I kind of feel bad because I've got an HP Omen that I'm using right now. That's what I'm on.
Oh no! Get your garlic and crosses. The gay vampire man is here. The gay man vampire has arrived. He wants to suck your blood.
I knew he was. I knew he was going to guilt you when he saw you on Richard's channel. He was like, "How could he join Bloodworth's channel, but not mine? I am hurt."
I had firewood and other issues. I wanted to actually extend the invitation since most of us here have done the top 10 RPG. Next week we're doing top 10 movies, just because we can all use the rhythmic effects of doing top 10 lists. And I don't know about you guys, but I learned like a lot from
my first five are going to be Conan the Barbarian.
Bear.
Okay, hang on, James. Let him finish what he's saying. He learned a lot from what?
From your picks of your top 10 RPGs. I learned actually a lot about you. Kind of through my own use of deductive reasoning, and like you, Bear. You put a bunch of games on there I've never even heard of. And your picks in the orders and stuff like that were not even close to what I expected. And so my brain, in its squirrel-like fashion, put two and two together and got
You
five.
came
of
up
course.
with 3.
I
two
got
and two
five.
and two together. 3.
My
Well, no,
number one game is going to be
And I'm waiting for
Sky
yours,
Realms of
James. You better
Garou.
hurry up with yours, or you're going to be like, a day late, dollar short from this little game we're going to play.
I'm
Because
sorry, there's a little game we're playing. I didn't realize we were being recruited into your fucking YouTube cult, Shadow. Jesus
you
Christ.
are. You guys are already members. You just don't know because
Oh.
I hypnotized you through the interwebs, and you don't realize the things you've been doing when you think you're asleep have all been part of my act.
Oh, you get special
Yeah,
powers.
joke's on you, sleep.
I got
have 2
passwords.
cats.
I got
I
your
don't
social
sleep.
security numbers. I got it all. But yeah,
Joke's on you,
Doc,
Shadow. I'm into that shit.
Doc, Timmy. I know you don't have a channel. Paul, you should have a channel. James,
Paul,
and-
actually, you know what? You should make a channel. Even if you just make a video once in a blue moon, you should have one.
Probably.
It doesn't cost anything. It's free.
And you guys aren't going to hear me do this often, so fucking mark it on a calendar, screen cap this, whatever you do. Paul, you're an entertaining and intelligent human who presents himself well and is able to speak publicly in a way that is not fucking annoying. Therefore, I want you to have a channel because I'd be interested in seeing more of that from you. There are some people I get on these panels with that have channels, and I'm like, why would you do that? Why?
Well, Midwesterners typically are
Because
really easy to
I
listen
can't help
to.
myself. That's why, Bear.
All right, Chad, I didn't want to call you out, but there it is.
The Midwest accent, it's like easy to listen to.
He doesn't have a Midwest accent.
It's not too harshly Chicago. I'm not like Dennis
he's
Farina
not
over here.
super Chicago accent.
That's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying.
But it's not like he's like, oh yeah, so I played Dungeons and Dragons there. Oh boy, that was a lot of fun. You betcha.
I can't tell if you're like being from Wisconsin or Canada.
Did I say A? No. Therefore, it's Wisconsin.
Okay.
It's Wisconsin, Minnesota. When you say you betcha,
Minnesota.
it's
You
fucking
betcha,
Canada. When you go
And
A.
for the record, Paul, my old man.
Oh yeah, A for sure.
And
Okay,
he-
so Coco's in
the
Bloodworth's
university,
Dragon Slayer
That's where he met
game.
my mom.
I know Bloodworth was saying he was trying to run a couple of games and it ended up getting down to like 2 or 3 players, so they just said F it.
I'm gonna send him a message right now and ask him what games he's trying.
Where
to fill
where
out.
was that,
One
Shadow?
of
Where
them
did
was
they meet?
Gangbusters, so go figure.
Yeah, it was Gangbusters, but it was on Thursday morning, so it was kind of rough. I could see people not being available. for the
Yeah,
morning.
I mean, if you're going to run a game at like 7 a.m., I mean,
Yeah, no, I
It wasn't that early.
Tell him I'm in too if you need somebody.
But during the evenings on Thursday we were doing Hyperborea, and it was like we had 4 guys create characters, 3 guys showed up for a session, then it was just me and another guy, and then the other guy left, and it was like, and that was all within 4
I got
weeks.
bad news for you. You ain't in charge of nothing but Jack and shit, and Jack just left.
I do have a question, PB.
Yo,
What kind of character did you make?
Hyperborea. I rolled up the stats before I picked, and I was like, I'll go. I had enough to get the minimums for Paladin, so I was like, fuck, I'll do Paladin. He's got a lot of good passives, so
Yeah. Paladins are very cool.
yeah. And you get the what was that? If you get the specialization at level 1 for melee weapon.
Doc, you infected me.
It's James. This never happens to on any channel but James.
Yeah.
Fucking Doc.
This is
It didn't happen on my show, right?
James
Right?
curse.
Doc.
We did. Doc and I did 2 shows
If
together.
you give me half an
No
hour,
issue.
I'll be ready to eat, and then we will play Splendor.
Yeah, I got about a half hour too, so that's perfect.
Yeah.
It's like the eternal splendor struggle.
Baby, great job. Great job, babe. Thank you. Okay. Sorry, guys. And I'm not really sorry. My wife was just telling me what's going on. But anyway, I mean, Pilkington over here, he loves to be invited into any game. That's what I'm saying.
But I have time, yes.
Get with Bloodworth.
Yeah, so why
I mean,
didn't you join my B&B game there, Timmy?
What?
Come
Huh?
here.
Timmy.
Yeah, Barrels in Borderlands. Why didn't you join?
Oh,
'Cause
I
what's
probably
going
had
on?
enough games at the time. I don't know.
Monday and alternating Thursday nights.
he was too busy wishing you were running Hyperborea.
Well, Monday I can't join. I got Monday games already.
Mondays, Hyper
Doc,
Boys-
do you have a Tandy computer? Is that your problem?
And Thursdays,
What's
yeah, I
that?
could do Thursdays.
It's alternating, so it's only once once every
Every
other
other-
week. You know,
I'd have 2 of those going, but the other one's on Saturday.
I hate alternating weeks for games. So much can go wrong.
The worst one for me is actually the one that goes every 3 weeks.
Ooh, I wouldn't even do it. Be like, nope, I'll forget.
Yeah, everybody shows up to game and is like, "Can we recap for an hour and a half before we play for an extra half hour?" And then that's it.
Mhm.
Like, wonderful.
Yeah, I mean, Bear, you had that one monthly one. that
And
went-
I mean,
went
we've
to pot,
skipped
didn't it?
already
because of that.
4 sessions this time.
No, gee, God.
Oh Lord, that's
I
like,
do
yeah, I'm
every
supposed
other
to be
week.
playing.
Yeah,
ADC right
I'll
now,
read a new
so-
game book to not play it. Sure, I already do that.
Yeah,
That's
I
happened a
do
lot.
every other week, but then me and the players are in constant contact throughout the.
Well, you're lucky
every
you've got
day.
locals, dude. I've been
And
here
we have
15
our
years.
own little like channel set up so we can send each other memes and threats and shit. So I mean, even if we're not playing, people will be like, "Hey, you know, they can ask questions about this, that, or the other, or tell me what they want to do or whatever." And a lot of times, and I tell them this, if they ended the game in a town and they want to send me a text in the middle of the week or something, be like, "Hey, I want to go to a store and buy like 50 foot of rope and blah," I'll be like, "All right, deduct the money, man." I mean,
That's fine.
Do you guys as GMs miss the good old days when your players would actually call you on the phone and you talk, you know, whatever for like, you know, an hour or 2 or 6?
you can ask my brother Haas. He'll
Never
tell
done
you I
that.
don't talk to anybody on the phone.
It's nice having that much investment though when they call up excited about something and you're like, yeah,
Yeah.
and then you just sit there taking notes because then that's the shit that's going to hit them in the next.
I had this player. He
I always
passed away.
liked
At
that.
30. I had this player. He unfortunately he passed away at 32. But he went up to University of San Francisco or some shit. He was like
That's
hundreds
when,
and hundreds,
1932.
hundreds of miles away, right? And he would call me every freaking day about a game that we were playing, but wouldn't play until like spring break or some vacation that he would have. But he'd call me literally freaking every day for like months and months and months, and then he died.
Yeah, that's just called you had a friend.
I mean, I like that. I like how
Before
easy
my
it is
homie
for us to
died,
talk
he
to each
we
other
talked
now.
like
But
every day.
I
you
never
know?
got to that in-person style except for once. Sadly.
Yeah,
That's
well,
the best. That's the best.
Yeah, I know. It's so much more fun when you're in person.
Yeah.
Because then you can threaten, you know, physical violence and mean
What?
it.
No.
well, I mean, I've seen it happen.
Well,
Like,
yeah, of course. But,
Like Shadow, when the last time I got to play in person, it was the one and only time really. I went to my cousin's house and we went through a giant mega dungeon the entire night that we were there.
Oh God, I missed that. There's something about that when you're in person, you can like, you know, Max Out talks about it all the time. You can literally play like longer and not get burnt after like 3-4 hours online. I'm like, I'm done, guys. We're calling it here. Blah blah blah. We'll see you next week. But if they showed up at my house, we'd play all freaking weekend long. I'd start drinking coffee just to stay up. It's like, all right,
Now, the one thing Tim didn't tell you though is his cousin is also his girlfriend's mom.
What?
I'm not working that out. That just sounds
That
wrong.
doesn't make any sense.
yeah, I'm gonna need a piece of paper.
What do you mean it doesn't make any sense? You have an older cousin who has a daughter and you're dating the daughter. What? I got to draw a map for you? Shit.
One, all my cousins are and of that family is guys. So
Oh, that makes it even weirder.
yeah,
Well, where are you from again? Did you say Alabama?
Kentucky. No, I'm not from Alabama.
You ain't got to worry about though,
Come
because
on,
that
man.
would make your girlfriend your second cousin, and that's legal pretty much everywhere.
Well, hey, just wait a
That's
couple
weird
of
still.
weeks and first cousins will be legal here.
Oh God.
Well, I mean, as long as you don't drop any seed in them, you know. You don't want to have a bunch of kids running around with webbed toes and shit.
I was gonna say, yeah, we're bringing back the web digits and the cyclopses. They're coming, and the hunchbacks.
It's just a matter of time. I mean,
Yeah.
you've seen the commercials for the UK, you know.
I'm my own grandpa. Right.
That was a
Telling
weird
you,
song,
man.
but also none of that was there were any bad terrible means exactly.
Yeah, I don't think he's literally going to sing a song about actually being his own grandpa. Oath Hammer. I'm taking a close look at that game. Never heard of it.
Yeah,
Me
I'm
neither.
looking at it right now because
Yeah,
I remember. I think
they're getting to the point where they're just like slapping two words together now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think it started with Shadow Dark and it moved on. Just like, oh, that's a cool word. That's a cool word. All right, we got a game.
Yeah. Hey, as
You
long
know
as one
what?
of those words isn't Borg, I'm okay with it. Anything
I'm
with
in.
Borg.
Thank you.
Oh wait, sorry. I thought we were playing Star Trek and we were going to fight the Borg, and I was in. But now I realize it's more Borg. Go fuck
if we're
everything.
I was gonna say if
Yeah,
we're playing
yeah.
Star Trek, I'm
Oh
in.
my
But yeah,
God.
fuck more Borg.
Oh, the worst game I've ever. No, not the worst game I was ever in. Connell ran the worst game I was ever in.
Well, that's
Wonder
just
where
because
the hell
he's
he's been.
Connell.
Where the hell has he been, man?
He's working.
He was
He's got a new job.
on
He
Bruce's show
got a new
last
job because
night.
he got fired. He got fired from the bar
Ooh.
because he's Connell,
Right.
and he got a new job working as a cook at Denny's. So his shifts are all over the map.
Oh my God.
He
That's
was
gotta
on
feel
Bruce's
like a kick
channel
in the
last
nuts.
night. It was Bruce and
Kai
G-Rock.
and Kai.
And yeah, I think Kai.
Well, it's called Kai's Musings. So Kai's
Yeah,
got
but I
it.
don't know if Kai was on. It's like 3 a.m.
Yeah, I saw it, but I wasn't going into that because I had other things I had to take care of.
At 3 a.m. Wait, you're a vampire. I forget.
Yeah, I mean, he's
So 3 in the
vampire,
morning
so
is
that makes
midnight
sense.
my
That's
time.
like noon for a normal person.
Well, no, where I live, it's like 2 or 3 hours difference.
Yeah, they keep odd hours.
Huh. Well, regardless, yeah, I've seen him about, but he's doing
Yeah,
it
well,
all.
that's kind of fucked up because he's my little brother, and he's supposed to hang out with me, at least once a month. Minimum.
I don't even know why he tries.
I feel bad. Like, yeah, every time it's just you see.
Well, okay, let's do this. We'll start a GoFundMe. We'll wrestle up, like $12. Get him a Temu computer, and it'll be an upgrade.
This
Well,
only
who-
happens on James's channel. I never get bounced anywhere else.
And to be fair,
that
I'm
for
running
real?
this off an HP Envy.
You know what,
If
Doc?
Scrape up the money. An HP Envy 360 has lasted me like 2-3 years with no problems, except you got
Crazy idea, and hear me out on this, Doc. Get a real fucking thing like a console to play your video games, and just buy yourself a Mac Mini. You'll be happier.
I wonder if it's a Florida thing. Like
No,
your
you know,
Florida
Doc.
internet hates my Florida internet.
We
If my
have
cousin ever
notoriously
upgrades,
shitty
I can
internet
give you
in
his
this
old
state.
E machines.
Right.
What are you offering up, Timmy? Kidneys?
Hey.
What?
No, if my cousin ever upgrades, I could give you his old E machine.
Yeah, that's an if though, and nobody likes ifs or whys.
No, I'm joking. He used to have an E machine computer that he upgraded.
I remember a long time ago when Timmy first started hanging out, he had this tendency to ask me why. And when I'd answer, he'd be like, "But why?" Oh my God.
See, I try to remember because I remember your face vaguely, Timmy. You're a ginger, right?
Yeah.
Slightly red hair. It's like a.
So why do you hide your face now, fuckstick?
I don't have a camera.
He
Anyway.
killed
What
the
happened to the other
camera.
one? You died, you took it out for a date and it left you? What happened?
It broke. It no longer works.
How did it break? Were you fucking around with girls in the Philippines again?
No, the cord was a little too short. It shorted out.
Oh, and you were trying to get some butthole pics, and it
No.
happens to all of us.
It
no,
wouldn't reach.
no, it doesn't.
It's like, one, I could either learn to stretch, or I'm going to pull this cord real hard and see what happens.
Well, looks like it's going to be stretching.
And she was from Bangkok in any case.
Oh, I'm so sorry. My apologies. Excuse me all the fuck. Speaking of Bangkok, it was fun hanging out with Mr. Boivant last night.
Yeah. Does he know that his name in English means cow?
I don't think
Bovine?
he cares.
Boivin does not mean bovine.
Oh, I thought you said Max Bovine.
Boivin.
Huh?
Sorry, Americans, yeah, Boucher, I get it. Like Ross, I get it.
Look, it's spelled bovine. So it's
You can't pronounce French properly unless you have a heavy acid reflux thing going on.
I mean, you had an extra X to the max and go Max Bovine. That could be a pretty decent DJ. He's Max Bovine.
Hey, we got some Max Bovines down here.
You're starting to look like that guy from that episode of Star Trek.
With the dangly ears.
Yeah,
From Search for Spock to your planet. Welcome.
I was thinking of the one with the hippie.
The space hippie. Yeah. Stepping out to Eden, yeah, brother. It's a great fucking episode.
Our badass bovines is they breed like normal cows.
He's such a spurg. Can we all agree he's a spurg?
Awesome.
The conversation will move on to something else, and then he'll bring up a point from the previous conversation because he's not even listening.
Because I had the point, but I was politely letting you say what.
Your Southern hospitality is greatly appreciated. Bless your heart.
One of those hippies
I know what that means,
was going to be a regular character on the show. It was originally supposed to be McCoy's daughter. Was one of the cultists.
It was supposed to be one of the girls, the girl that Chekhov falls in love with. That thing with Chekhov was supposed to be McCoy's daughter, but then at the last minute they decided not to give McCoy a family history or anything else, which is a shame because there's a novel later called McCoy's Daughter or something like that where he goes and he has to save her because she's at nursing school. It's a really good book.
I was going to say,
it's okay. I'm not going to kill your fucking viewership by talking about Star Trek like I do on my channel. Sorry, go ahead, Paul. What was that?
I thought he had a daughter named Joanna or something.
Something like that, but they don't like it's apocryphal. It's not 100% canon.
There was a big argument about how old he was supposed to be.
Yeah,
because some people thought he should be 20 years older than Kirk, and other people no, they should be about the same age. So
no, McCoy was always meant to be. You just look at him and go, he's meant to be. So she's mentioned in the original series Bible, right?
Mm-hmm.
But they never mentioned her on screen. That's the problem.
I'll tell you what.
Oh no, wait, no, it's the animated series. The animated series, they wind up mentioning her on screen. So that, I guess Roddenberry said the animated series is canon. So yes, McCoy has a daughter named Joanna.
It had the same cast, and I think some of the scripts were even leftover scripts.
Star Trek super fans are just like
talking about fucking Hyperborea. That's exactly what we're like.
They're like
all the intricate knowledge, and we talk about shit no one gives a fuck about. Yes.
The only group of gamers worse than Star Trek nerds are Magic nerds.
No, 40K nerds, BattleTech nerds, they're pretty fucking
nerds
bad.
At least bathe. Magic nerds.
Well, I'm not going to defend Magic nerds ever.
So,
Magic. I was going to say, did you ever see, speaking of Instagrams or whatever, that one guy that was at that Grand Prix tournament and he was just doing the prayer hands next to all the bare asses that were sticking out?
They got mad at him.
Fat guys with their ass cracks hanging out, and he was just sitting there kneeling next to them with prayer hands out, pray for this slob who's playing Magic the Gathering with his hairy ass crack hanging out. There was dozens of pictures, and they ended up banning him for shaming. And all the women in the chat were like, "No, we need more of this because it's disgusting." When these guys have their ass cracks hanging out.
By the way, the novel is called Crisis on Centaurus, and it's not a bad novel.
Well, it's like how they banned Jeremy Hambley.
Mm-hmm.
Because he was like, who are all these thoughts hanging around? They don't know anything about magic. Insta-banned. So then he spent the next couple of years hunting all the pedophiles that were judges in the Magic DCI program, and he found a lot of them too, boy.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
And then he went to Gen Con, and some idiot attacked him.
Who are you talking about?
The
quarter. That guy.
Yeah,
he went to Gen Con and some crazy
got punched in the mouth for being an idiot.
Dude punched him in the head.
Yeah, and then he whined like a leftist about it. That was my favorite part about it. Was you fucking talk all this shit, and then someone finally takes a piece out of you like a fucking man should, right? And go, I got a problem with you.
The guy that took a piece out of him, I don't know if I'd call him a man.
Well, look at it this way.
A man should. Like a man should. And fucking Quarterly's whining about it on his channel after. It's like, you know what? Take your fucking lump and be a man.
I I was at that Gen Con following that, and I was like, a dude who wears a dress that's like 120 pounds lighter than you beat the fuck out of you. Give me a break, dude.
Yeah.
Like,
Also, maybe don't talk about it.
Yeah.
Unless you go, holy fuck, guys, you ain't gonna believe what the fuck happened. Like, this was amazing. A guy who was like 120 pounds soaking wet in a dress beat me up. Are you fucking kidding me? Wow. You know?
See, I saw a pretty good comeback with Andrew Wilson. Some big yoked up ex-inmate was talking a bunch of shit and threatened to smack him. And Andrew was all like, it's awful brave of you to threaten to smack an armed guy in the state of Florida. And the dude was just like, because yeah, you probably don't want to do that.
Yeah, well, Colonel Colt, God made men, and Colonel Colt made them equal.
That's right. Yeah, because this dude was super yoked, and he was like, look at you with your man boobs and your 10-inch arms, blah, blah, blah. And Andrew was just like, whatever, dude.
Yeah.
Whatever. At least he's fucking with him. He's like, at least I've never been to prison. I never got fucked in prison and shit like this. And the guy's like, I'll smack the shit out of you. He just dropped we're in Florida and I have a gun. It was like, yeah, argument over.
End of discussion. Thank you.
End of discussion. Thank you.
And the big jacked inner city thug. Something goes, very good, sir. Good day to you. Well played. Indeed. Thank you. May the best to all of you and your kind. Yes.
And you know what? That is why we're so peaceful down here.
Yeah, because that's what Florida's renowned for. Much like America's renowned for being comfortable being in second place, Florida is renowned for its peaceful brotherly love. I don't ever watch police chase videos or body cam videos of crazy shit happening in Florida. It's weird. It's always happening in Vermont and New Hampshire and Maine. Like, it never happens in Florida.
Well, the thing is, Florida, we got a lot of spirit down here.
Yeah, that's a word for it.
Yeah, we'll
We got
call
a lot
it
of
that.
spirit.
In the olden days, they would have called it gumption and moxie. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's
We got
really
that
sad.
can-do attitude.
All we get here in Kentucky is just DUIs on weird things like lawnmowers, horses, lifts.
Dude, I can tell you a story that happened in Kentucky, Timmy, that you're going to be like, what?
Mm.
You ready
Fair.
for it? It's
Yeah.
a short story, but are you ready?
Sure.
So I know a guy, because I'm related to him, that was banging his brother's wife, another guy I'm related to.
Okay.
And then eventually the brother found out his other brother was banging his wife and threw a fit. So the wife told the first brother, the one that she wasn't married to, she wasn't going to give him none of that nasty taco anymore. So he went out in the woods and tried to shoot his face off with delete himself with a shotgun. But when he pulled the trigger, the shotgun kicked forward. So instead of going through anything important, it just removed his whole face.
oh, he gave
And then
himself
they
the
had
old
to
art
rebuild his face.
Better.
And I know this is 100% true because I'm related to everyone involved. And I don't have a lot of pity because it's like, dude, really? You're going to bang your brother's wife? You get what you get. I mean, I don't think anybody should cheat at all, but I mean, there's levels to this shit. You know what I mean?
That's just
And
wrong
that's like the
on
worst
so many
level.
levels.
Yeah, that is like the worst.
That's
level.
some Condor DM shit there.
Well, no, to be fair with him, it happened to him. He didn't do it.
Yeah.
Poor guy.
Yes, at times like these, I think of my father's last words to me. Don't, son, that gun is loaded. Paul's trying to think of the movie. Paul's trying to think of the movie. I can see his brain working.
I don't know.
One
It
of the
sounded
most
familiar.
underrated action films of the early 90s, starring Brian Bosworth, Stone Cold, with
Oh
Lance
my
Henriksen as the fucking villain and William Forsythe as his fucking henchman, and it's all about Florida bikers.
Yeah.
Or no, it's Alabama. Is it Florida? Yeah, it's Florida bikers.
No. It's like it's Alabama, I think.
It's
Yeah,
Alabama, because he's a cop in Florida that goes to Alabama. Exactly. That fucking movie. You guys ever watch Red Letter Media?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So every now and then they'll do like
times,
3
yeah.
films, and every now and then you'll know one of the films, and you're like, yeah, this film deserves to be made fun of, and that's okay. But every so often, it's a movie where you go like, oh, I like that film. Oh fuck. And then you're gonna watch them go on it, and I was like, Stone Cold came up, and I'm like, oh Jesus, I got to watch this, but I'm dreading
My
what they're
favorite
going
part
to say about
is when
fucking
the one
Stone
guy
Cold.
asked the other guy how.
I'm not telling a story, James. No. I'm not talking at all, James. You just
Hey,
keep
you've
doing what
talked
you
enough.
want. Wow, are there timers on your show now? I'm sorry.
That's
No,
James.
I'm trying to be part of the
Sorry.
conversation. What are you?
Oh, I don't know. All right, go ahead. Have your fun.
I just like when the one guy says, "How does it feel watching everything you love die?" Because okay, do your thing.
You know what, Bear? Him saying that you're taking too much time is like the pot calling the kettle black.
I bow to the
Oh
Buddha
my
nature
God.
within you.
Timmy, how dare you betray your brother from the Commonwealth? My God,
Well,
and
maybe
especially
the
after I
campaign's
opened
going
up to
against
you
you.
about weird love triangles and shit. I thought we bonded, man.
We did.
Yeah, I felt that way when they were covering Cyborg. I was like, oh, don't make fun of Cyborg. I know it's not the best film, but
Well, the shocker
fun
for
to
me
watch.
was they actually liked Stone Cold.
Yeah.
And like for the same reasons I do, they're like, this movie is actually fucking fun. And it's like, yes, it's a lot of fucking fun.
yeah, they crashed the motorcycle into the
Oh,
Huey and
the
it exploded.
helicopter at the end, right up the ah, dude, that movie's so fucking fun.
Well, I mean, Lance Hendrickson.
Yeah. And even as the bad guy, even though Lance Henriksen gets killed in the end, he ends up killing like the governor of Alabama and a whole bunch of those state legislatures.
It's insane the amount of people he kills. Yeah,
You're like, oh, I don't think he fully lost. He definitely took out a whole bunch of
it's a
politicians.
really fun. If you like 80s action films, this one sadly came out in the 90s. But if you love 80s action films, this is right up there with Cobra and Commando and all those kinds of films. It's really fucking good.
Who was the fucking bad guy in Cobra that was like combing his hair with like motor oil?
Oh, I
and
love
shit?
that guy. I only call
Wasn't
him
that the dude?
Pig,
Wasn't
that's
that the
all I know
dude
is
from?
him.
Is that the dude from Mad Max from Road Warrior? Or was that the Raw Deal that had him in it?
I don't know, but he's got like a big jaw and he's just a big, weird
He's
looking fucker.
Was it
Yeah,
Ray
he's got, like,
Sharkey?
He's got like a chiseled jaw. It's not like Robert Zadar where it's that weird shit. I forget what his name was.
Yeah, and he's
got
like
a regular name
some
like
kind of
Is it
Brian.
Robert Jadar?
It's not Robert Zadar.
No, it's yeah, I know who you're talking about. Jesus Christ,
Yeah, and in the show, he's some kind of freaking like satanic dude, and he's like doing all this, wearing leather and combing his hair,
Vernon Wells.
motor oil and
That's not
shit.
him either.
Vernon
Vernon
Wells.
Wells.
Yeah, he's the fucking crazy Mohawk fucking biker from fucking Road Warrior.
Yeah.
Which was yeah. I saw an
Brian
interview with him where he
Thompson.
talks about being in this fucking movie, and he's like, I mean, I'm in America for my first time. I just did Weird Science where I had to play the
Brian
character I played, and then I get cast in Commando, so I stick around for that. It's like what the fuck? He's 80 years old now. Jesus.
In
Yeah,
Commando, he
pushing
was
it.
running around with a chainmail shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
his
like,
little
that's
girly
not
run
really
with
going to
his
help
tiny-
against the 762 NATO round, bro.
Yeah. That's him, man. That's Vernon George Wells.
Yeah, Vernon Wells.
Yeah, he played Wes
Yes.
because that was the
No.
war dog's name.
Oh yeah, that was in Road Warrior because he was Bennett in Commando. I remember because I distinctly remember Schwarzenegger when he's like, "Come on, Bennett, you don't want to use the chicken shit gun. You want to put the knife in me, see what's going on in there.
Bennett,
When you turn it,
let off some steam.
yeah, Bennett.
So when I was working on Battlefield Earth, the effects guys I were working with, they had worked on a bunch of Schwarzenegger films. So they would just constantly, while they were doing our makeup, tell us Schwarzenegger stories. And then one of the guys was like, he goes, "Can you imagine the fucking first table read for Batman and Robin?" Like what? The door kicks open. Schwarzenegger walks in 20 minutes late, smoking a cigar, wearing a captain's hat because he thinks he's Captain Freeze, not Mr. Freeze. And he just goes, "Okay, I've got some script notes for you. Everybody chill. All right, everybody be cool. Everyone freeze. Okay, that's it. I'm out." And they're all just like, "Fuck, put it in the script. Let's go."
Yeah. Well, when you're Schwarzenegger and you are a proven freaking draw, you can get away with shit.
Well, there's the thing back. He had some interesting ideas. That was why Cameron casted him for any reason, because that was the studio trying to push this muscled meathead on them for Terminator. And Cameron's like, "All right, I'll talk to this idiot. Let's see what he's got." And he was talking about like he wasn't interested in playing Reese at all because that's naturally who the studio
They
was.
wanted him for Reese, and Lance Henriksen was going to be the Terminator.
Yeah, and Cameron's like, whatever. But Schwarzenegger was big on like, "Oh, I think the Terminator, he should be very mechanical in his movements," and as he was doing
speak very much at all. He should be like just intimidating. Yeah.
And then Cameron was like, I need to draw you because Cameron's a weirdo, and Cameron drew him as the Terminator.
And then Schwarzenegger's like, draw me like one of your French women.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's like Titanic. I need to draw. Next thing you know, you got Schwarzenegger all laid back on it.
But like half his skin is gone, so you can see all the Terminator stuff.
yeah, but that was the thing. Like, yeah, he showed that to the studio, and they're like, "Sold, do it." And
Yeah.
they're like, "Okay." So that's the interesting thing about
His-
Cameron. He does all his
He's
own
not a
stories.
stupid guy. It's like Dolph Lundgren.
Mm-mm.
Like one of the most famous quotes,
That
which I
dude's
think
got
is pretty
like
shitty of
masters
Stallone,
degree.
was when he visited the set of Masters of the Universe and he saw that they'd cast Dolph Lundgren as the fucking lead. He's like, "You gave that guy lines?" And it's like, calm the fuck down, Stallone. The guy's got a fucking master's degree. You know what I mean? Like
Hey,
he's
Sly,
now,
here's a
now,
weird-
now he's
yeah.
got a PhD. I think. Like, don't
Yeah,
fuck
and
with
it's
him.
not
He's a
in
smart
like-
guy.
Schwarzenegger
And
was like
it's
a
not in like
millionaire in his
Swedish basket
teens.
weaving either. Sorry, Doc.
Schwarzenegger was like a millionaire by his teenage years. He was he inherited some little
Yes, he was
shitty
cool.
property, and he like proved it, flipped it over, and just kept doing that, buying bigger and bigger properties. He was a smart dude.
Well,
he's not a
Dolph
dumb guy.
Lundgren, I believe, has a PhD in like some kind of something having to do with viruses and shit.
It's a science for sure.
Yeah, he's definitely got some degrees from Sweden in like organic chemistry and other stuff.
Yeah,
it's
stuff like
it's-
that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I worked with him twice, which means my career's over because there was a great joke we used to have in the industry, which was you work with Dolph Lundgren twice in your career, once on the way up and once on the way down. And I've worked with him twice in a period of 2 years, so my career was very short. Clearly, my career's done.
That's too bad too, because with a little work, you definitely could have been like the next Sean Bean.
No, I couldn't have. Sorry.
You don't want to do Sharp's rifles the next generation? You could do it.
Yeah, seriously, that'd have been.
No,
weird.
I was just joking about how Sean Bean always dies.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, dude,
It's
I
like-
told you that,
It's
right?
like
When I
the
go see Lord of the
directors are sitting
Rings,
around, they're like, "Who can we kill in this movie?"
dude, I go see Lord of the Rings, the Fellowship of the
GoldenEye?
Ring, with my best friend at the time, who's never read the book, knows nothing about Lord of the Rings. Sean Bean's name comes up in the credits at the start. He turns to me in the theater and says, "Is Sean Bean going to betray everybody and then die?" And I just kind of went, "What? I don't know what you're talking about."
What? No, not at all.
You're like,
Yeah,
"No way, hey,
GoldenEye, right?
don't be a hoser."
Yeah, he was
trying to
006
run
in
it, and
GoldenEye,
I
yeah.
was just trying to be Rick Moranis.
He was like 006.
Woosa.
"Look, Bear,
Ooh.
don't crush my dreams. Rick Moranis is awesome."
I think that's another guy people were yelling at, like, "Why'd you leave the movies?" And it's like,
'Cause his
dude, my
wife
wife
died.
died. I got to take care of my kids.
Yeah,
Right?
He's
Oh,
coming
really?
back
That's
now,
what
though.
happened? I thought
Yeah.
he just retired to be a dad. I didn't know
No, his wife died.
No,
That's-
he had tragedy.
Yeah.
But he's coming back
And
now,
then
which
he's
is
walking
really,
down
really
the
great.
street in New York, and some asshole runs up and sucker punches him for no reason.
Yeah.
It's like, why in the fuck would you sucker punch Rick
Yeah.
Moranis?
One of the nicest guys. Yeah.
Yeah,
He
that
seems
makes
like
sense.
it, at least, or I mean, everything he was ever in portrayed him as, a pretty affable guy.
He's just a little comedian.
Yeah,
It'd
that
be-
guy
it'd
who
be like saying
sucker
Martin
punched
Short
him.
and just punching him in the face. You're like, why'd you do
Well,
that?
Yeah, he's sucker
to
punching
be
his
fair,
dad.
I can
We
kind of
don't
get
want-
behind punching Martin Short.
So Dave Flynn, one of the
fucking
many
hate that
reasons
guy.
I
Oh my
love
god!
one of the main reasons I love the movie Ronin, also for what's her name, Natasha McClellan or whatever the fuck she's hot, is that Sean Bean lives in that movie. It's like, oh, that's so nice. And the 006 thing was the biggest fucking mistake they made. Was
He should have
killing
been
him
a
off.
recurring villain.
He should have been gone for the next movie, and then the third movie suddenly it's the revenge of him. Like that would have been fucking. People would have been like, "Oh, popcorn! Oh my god!" But
Fuck
nope.
yeah!
Nope, we were in that
Because,
age
yeah.
because of the Batman movies. You got to kill all your villains at the end of the movie so the audience feels good.
Yeah. Well, that was the thing. They tried doing that with Batista, kind of like making him the next Jaws. And it's like, yeah, you could have done that with Sean Bean, but what are you going to do? Ronin, however, though, that is an excellent film.
Amazing film.
I think Batman.
What was
might
that
have
TV
worked
show he was
better.
in a while back? That spy show that just like died like really quick. It was really good.
Sean Bean was in it?
Yeah. He starred in it.
Let's see. I don't know.
Kind of like the other show that I actually watched, Life on Mars and Own Worst Enemy with Christian Slater.
Yep.
What the shit is that? Is that a walking shark?
No, it's a walking orca.
Oh, okay.
That looks weird.
It does, right?
Because it's a like native tribes on the Arctic, they believe in a creature called an Ayakut, which is an orca that can have like legs and come out.
Yeah,
of
the,
it.
the
the
same
Japanese
creature in,
have something called a
yeah,
ninkin or something that's similar.
Fritz Lieber wrote about him in the Fafford and Gray Mouser story. They
live in the swamp, and they basically wander
Yeah,
around.
it's in the Deities and Demigods book. You know, it's a walking orca. It's kind of a cool pick.
Yeah. Well, Fritz Lieber got the idea from the actual Native Americans that live up on the whatever, and they exist in Hyperborea. So I had to go ahead and paint a pair of them up because, you know, they run in pairs. And if the players ever go to the frozen tundra part near the ocean where the Eskimo live, they might get jumped by some land-dwelling orcas.
Okay, hey, Doc, what's your outrageous French accent for role-playing, just out of curiosity?
I can do like a Marie Chevalier.
Perfect. All right. Now I've got a character for you. You're good.
I got to address what Coco said here. O.J. Simpson was also considered for the Terminator.
Yep. It turned out he was the Terminator.
That would have been like
wow.
Level.
Allegedly.
Yeah. Allegedly.
Allegedly.
You must have quit.
I liked him in Capricorn 1. You guys remember that movie?
I remember that movie.
Oh, yeah.
What was the other thing? Look at a Wookiee. Look at a Wookiee. See, that's a big hairy Wookiee over here.
The Wookiee defense.
You know, OJ walks. Anyway, I've been informed by the look that my hamburgers are done.
Well, looks like you got to go.
You are going to have to start a show for the rest of you.
Shall I, gentlemen? Shall I pop up a show for us?
Yeah.
I have to go, though. I'll say